Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of Daily Blues here on 100% Chelsea. All the latest transfer news and now other stories to do with Chelsea Football Club. And my goodness, I've just read pretty much quite a lot of your comments before coming on there for the last 2 minutes or so. And we've had little arguments and suggestions concerning the game yesterday. Fabregas and Mo from Arsenal Fan TV. Yes, Mo, he's hit the headlines again because he can't stop talking about us. But I'll get to Mo later on. The first thing I want to talk about is John Stones. Now, based on the performance of yesterday against Arsenal, we weren't. So I did say that we probably need to look at our options and need to go for Stones. Well, I can now tell you, okay, that it seems like the deal for Stones is not happening. It looks like the pursuit for Stones is over. Martinez has come out and said that Stones will not be sold. Those were his words. Stones will not be sold. And Mourinho hinted that the pursuit for Stones is over. So it looks like we're not going in with a third bid, and it looks like the 26 million was the final offer, which Everton refused. So I'm not happy with this. I'm really not happy, not at all. Because when we look at what happened yesterday, and we look at our defense, and we look at our pre-season and how we've been, just a general idea of how we've been. Cool. Got a phone call. Sorry. It is looking like we do need to back up, our defense. We just need to, because nothing's happening. Arsenal yesterday, when I look at the game yesterday, and I look at what Arsenal did against us, they were pressing, and we were struggling. We were actually struggling to contain them. It just didn't feel right. And every time we tried to bomb forward, they contained us really well, and that baffled me. It just baffled me. Honestly, I told Robbie this because I was sitting next to him. I was like, "Look, it looks like we've switched teams." He giggled because he enjoyed that, but it looked like we switched teams, and we do need a defender. I reckon we do need a centre back, and Stones would have been ideal, but now it looks like it's not happening. So, where do we go from here? We're just gonna have to rely on John Terry, Cahill, and Zuma. And I think Zuma probably deserves to play alongside John Terry. Gary Cahill, recently, I'm not saying, since he's been at Chelsea, because he's done magnificent things, but recently, Zuma's just been better than him. So, on merit, I would play Zuma. And I know when Zuma's playing, he's not going to disappoint. Yes, inexperience might come into play, and he might make little schoolboy errors, but because of his experience. But he gets the job done, and he's physical, and he's big, and he's fast for his size. He's fast, so I would play him. So I want to know your view. I want to know your view. Do we need to back up in defense? Do we need a defender? We know we're going for a left back. That's covered. We will get a new left back. It's probably going to be Baba Rahman. But do we need a centre back? Or are you happy with John Terry, Cahill, and Zuma? Let me know. The next piece of news, which I have to bring to you, is definitely this little story here, and I'm about to show you the story that's made the headlines since yesterday. The moment the game finished, I didn't get to see this live because I had to leave. I had to leave and make sure that I do interviews, but this happened. And I'm going to explain this. I'm going to be as non-biased as I can. From a neutral point of view, we know Mourinho and Wenger haven't seen eye to eye. They just haven't. But yesterday, and I couldn't believe when I saw this, after I'd finished all the interviews, we'd got the videos up, I was chilling, I met up with Robbie again, and he showed me. And he told me about what happened because he saw it live. And he said Mourinho came down next to the stairs and he started shaking all the Arsenal players after they came down and collected their medals. And Arsene Wenger snubbed Mourinho. And then the crowd went wild because there was only Arsenal fans left in the stadium. From this picture here, because I've seen the footage now. I've seen it, and I've seen exactly what's happened. I've watched it over and over again, and I just wanted to make sure who was in the right and who was in the wrong. You can just see from this picture, all right? The players are coming down. Mourinho is shaking each and every one of their hands, okay? Giving them a congratulations, well done, okay? It's a bit of class from his part. Wenger is the last man to come down. I've seen countless people, even some non-Arsenal fans come out and say, oh, yes, it's Mourinho who snubbed Wenger. Mourinho's got no respect. What a mug. Judging by this picture, look at the direction that the players are walking in. Right in front of Mourinho. And now take a look at the direction that Wenger is walking in before Mourinho has a chance to even get to Wenger. Mourinho is still shaking an Arsenal player's hand. And it's not Koscielny, it's the guy after him, I think it is. He's still shaking a hand. Wenger is heading in the complete other direction. Wenger is heading behind Jose Mourinho. So who is in the wrong? All right, now, I don't have a problem with Arsenal. I don't have a problem with their fans. Some of them I do. Some of them I don't. I got some pretty good comments from Arsenal fans yesterday, and a lot of praise for them. So I respect them for that. And a lot of them are fair play. But there is quite a few of them who, you know, they hate us just as much as some of our fans hate them. It's just normal. It's an Arsenal-Chelsea thing. But there's some Arsenal fans who come out and say, yeah, Mourinho is a mug, he's done this, or he's snubbed Wenger. I'm sorry, but you have to be truthful, and I'm stating fact here. This picture proves it all. I can't show you footage on Google Hangout because it just doesn't allow me. I would. But this picture is showing that Wenger is the one who snubbed Mourinho. Mourinho didn't even get a chance to look at Wenger until when he saw that Wenger had gone past him. Mourinho just turned in the other direction and went down the tunnel. Simple as. What do you want him to do? I hope that's enough proof for you that Mourinho came down. Which other manager has done that? There's been no other manager who's gone and done that, who's waited after a game at Wembley, down the stairs. The whole team, his whole team have gone in. He's the last man standing, and he's waiting for the Arsenal players to come down to shake each of their hands personally, telling them congratulations, you deserve it, you are, well done. All right. He hugged a few of them. He hugged Peter Cech, of course. He hugged Santi Cazorla. They seem to know each other. He hugged Mikel Arteta. They get on pretty well, and shake all of their hands. And then Wenger just went straight behind him. Now I want to remind all of you, when Mourinho came back to Chelsea, all right, the first game at the Emirates, who was the man who waited for the other person first? At the Emirates, it was Mourinho who waited for Arsene Wenger to come out before the game started to shake his hand before the game. And that was when they didn't have much of a problem, I don't think. But again, it shows you where the initiative is. Mourinho is coming from a sincere point of view. Now, yes, they've said things in the past. They have said countless things. It's been countless, absolutely countless. But Mourinho is misunderstood in a lot of ways. And I think it's the same way that I don't understand Wenger sometimes, you know, because I listen to Mourinho when he talks. Most of his interviews, even when it's not a match day, press conference, I'll listen to him. Arsene Wenger, I'll be honest, I don't watch Arsene Wenger in a press conference. I don't. I'll hear a few comments and I'll get a judgment from that. I think it's the same vice versa. Arsenal fans will watch Arsene Wenger in a press conference, but they won't watch Mourinho. They'll only read the headlines, and the media love to twist Mourinho's words because it gets headlines and it gets their money. It sells papers. So the thing that Arsenal fans look at, they look at the headlines, they go, oh, look, Mourinho's at it again. No. As much as, yes, I think I need to start watching Arsene Wenger a bit more because I'm starting to get comments saying Arsene Wenger isn't as bad as I think he is. The same needs to be done by Arsenal fans. Start understanding Mourinho a bit more. Remember, you have to understand, Mourinho has come from an educational point of view. He has a degree, I think a master's in sports science, sports psychology. He has studied sports psychology before becoming a coach. You know, this guy knows what it takes to get onto someone's mind in a psychological point of view, to get on their nerves, to disturb them before the game has started. Mourinho knows that, and that's why he's the master of mind games. He does it all on purpose. He has said it before. He said, the moment we go into a press conference, it's like we're actors about to begin a scene. So that shows you where he's coming from. You know, he picks his words. He picks his words nicely, and he does it on purpose. People need to understand that, because I've seen Arsenal fans come out and say, I respect him from a football point of view. He's a great coach, but he's a horrible human being. I'm sorry, he's not a horrible human being. If you hear him when he's making interviews, the first thing I've heard him before answer questions, and he said, if I had one wish, I would ask for world peace. I would, wish there was no more wars in the world. I wish that there was no more dying children. When he was in Chelsea, the first time he was at Chelsea, what happened? When someone, BBC journalist, asked him, you've drawn 2 games now. Are you feeling pressure? And what did he say? He said, pressure? What pressure? Pressure is millions of people in the world without any food and drink to give to their kids who need it the most. That's pressure. Pressure doesn't exist in football. So he's thinking about the guy who doesn't even have bread to eat, and you're telling me he's a bad human being? Come on, guys. Yesterday, he threw his medal. There's another one. He threw his medal, and people were saying, oh, look, no, he has no respect for the competition. He's thrown his medal. No. He didn't throw his medal. He gave it to an Arsenal fan, a gooner, who's about 9 or 10 years old. He saw a little kid, all right, at the front of the tunnel, at the top, because there's, on top of the tunnel, there was fans there who were sitting down. He saw a little gooner, not a Chelsea supporter. He saw a little 10-year-old gooner, and he threw his medal to him. Now, he has made that kid's day. Not just day, he's made that kid's week or possibly month. He's got Jose Mourinho's medal. That kid is now gloating at home. He's just made a kid's day. And you're telling me he's a horrible human being? That's why he does it. When he threw his Premier League medal, it's because he doesn't need the Premier League medal. He knows his achievements and he respects his achievements. So have the Premier League medal. Here you go. Here's a nice gesture from me. Have the medal, It's just respect. People read Mourinho wrong. It's just people honestly read Mourinho completely wrong. I just have to get that out there, because that's why I like Mourinho on and off the pitch. And there's a lot of people who don't. And I just want them to understand that he's not the guy the media make him out to be. The reason why the media talk about him the way they do is to sell papers. Simple as that. But yesterday, with the handshake, Arsene Wenger was in the wrong. Arsene Wenger was in the wrong. You've beaten Mourinho for the first time in your life. He's come to shake your hand. The best thing you can do at his age and his experience, he's been longer in the game, longer in the Premier League than Jose Mourinho. He should be setting the example. If Mourinho's in the wrong, Arsene Wenger should be setting the example. But no, he doesn't. He's finally beaten Mourinho. And what does he do? Mourinho's come to shake his hand. He just walked straight behind him. I'm sorry. I respect Arsenal as a football club. I respect their history. You have to say they've got great history. I respect their history. I respect their achievements. I respect them on a footballing point of view. I even respect some of their supporters. But Arsene Wenger yesterday was out of order. I have to say. So that is my stance. That is my stance on it all. Let me know. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think in the comments and in the chat. I'm about to get to your comments now, actually. Silo says, keep up the good work, Eunice. One of the few classy Chelsea fans. Appreciate that. I think that's a gooner. You see, there are Arsenal fans who I like, honestly. There are Arsenal fans who do have a bit of, they have class. They come across and they realize who is classy and who's not. Honestly, it's football. It's just football. I don't want anything to get personal. Yeah, with the 2 best teams in London, possibly England right now. Let's enjoy it. Let's enjoy the footballing point of view. Let's enjoy being the best too. Have that rivalry, have that banter. But let's not go over the line. Arsene Wenger yesterday made it personal. And yes, there's been comments said before, but honestly, Mourinho came from a good point of view, and Wenger didn't. He just didn't want any of it. And I think that's out of order. But there are Arsenal people who I honestly like, and Robbie's one of them. Robbie and the whole Arsenal fan TV team. Even Mo, from a personal point of view, I like Mo, and we've spoken before. We've spoken face to face. I've had conversations with him. He's a quality guy. It's just when it gets to Arsenal, Chelsea, we have our differences, mad differences. And he spoke yesterday, and a few of you were mentioning about yesterday. Honestly, I will try, for all of you, I will try and organize something with Mo. I want to get him on camera face to face. I want to, because enough is enough. We have to settle this. It's enough. I've tried before. He said no. He's refused. 3 times he refused. He said he said everything he had to say on Arsenal Fan TV. He didn't want to come on to 100% Chelsea and say it. What do you want me to do? I will try again. Because he spoke yesterday. But let's get to your comments. Jack says Mo will never come on Chelsea fans channel. 100% Chelsea. I'll try. I'll try my best. I'll try my best. Someone says don't give Mo the attention he deserves. He craves. CFC fan 99 says Eunice, congrats on 5,000 subscribers. Yes, honestly, that's another thing I want to say to all of you. And Vincent said congrats on 5K. 5,000 subscribers in our first 5 months of existing is incredible. 5 months we've been on YouTube. Started at 0 and now we're at 5,000. And we covered half a season and a whole preseason, a whole summer. Not even one full season. I'm honestly so happy, guys. Thank you all so much. I appreciate your support. If it's not down to you, we don't get to do what we want to do. You know, we don't do what we do because of you. We get to do and we get to enjoy all of this. So honestly, thank you so much. Here's to the next 5,000. Let's boost this channel even more. It's starting to hit good places, and yeah, let's make it our proper home on YouTube. So thank you all so much. Eunice is not happy with Wenger. I'm not. I'm really not. You know, what can I say? Harsh says, Eunice, great to have my interview yesterday. I forgot to mention how useless Ramirez is, and you need to admit we need to upgrade him. I agree. Yesterday confirmed it for me. Ramirez has a problem. So yeah, there we are. CFC fan 99 says, if Mourinho has no class, neither does Wenger. You know, you want to exactly. Prism says Robbie was saying Wenger was right to blank Jose, but that's because Robbie saw it from an Arsenal perspective. He was sat at the stadium when it happened, and he saw, you know, on the screen, Jose shake all their hands, and then he told me he saw Wenger and Jose literally just part ways. And Robbie bases that on the specialist in failure comment. That's why he says Wenger is right, you know, to have snubbed Mourinho. Because of the specialist in failure comments. But a lot of people fail to realize who started that. The specialist in failure thing. Who started it? It was Wenger. Wenger started it. You know, it was Wenger who said, I think Jose might be afraid to fail, you know. And Mourinho responded, well, you're the specialist in failure who's not won a league title in God knows how long. You know, it's honestly, as I said, Mourinho picks his words. So you honestly just have to understand Mourinho, where when he speaks, you know, with specific words. He chooses his words. Honestly, he doesn't just blabber on. So yeah. Right, let's get to a bit more of your recent comments. Kevin says Remy was offside the entire first half. I couldn't agree more. I was sat up in the stand and I was just looking at Remy going, I want to come down and punch you, because it's just he was doing nothing yesterday. Nothing. He was constantly offside. He didn't want to run around any defenders. He didn't give Fabregas an option. He didn't give Oscar an option. He didn't give anyone an option. I don't know if he played with Oscar yesterday because Oscar came on late. But he just wasn't doing anything. He wasn't doing anything. So yeah, I agree. He was offside the entire first half. Kevin says his positioning was awful. I agree. Harsh says, I'm tired of Wenger. The specialist in failure thinks he's a big man winning a friendly. Oliver says Wenger is classless. PK Shabba says, exactly, it was Wenger's fault. It was. Honestly, if it was Mourinho's fault, I swear to you, I would come out and say Mourinho's in the wrong. But I understand where Mourinho's coming from, when he went down to meet up with all the Arsenal players and shake their hands. He honestly, sincerely, I swear, he is sincerely saying congratulations to all of you. If not, he wouldn't have even bothered showing up. You know? He wouldn't have bothered. So I think Wenger's taken all of this personally, and he just doesn't like Mourinho anymore. I don't know. But as Robbie said yesterday, Robbie said this, and I agree. Wenger and Jose is going to end up exactly how Wenger and Sir Alex went. Do you remember down the years when Wenger and Sir Alex didn't even meet eye to eye? They wouldn't shake hands. They just hated each other. And what happened towards the end? They became literally best friends. They spoke with each other towards the end of Alex Ferguson's career, his retirement coming, and they would shake hands. They would have discussions. They would talk. Mourinho and Wenger would get to that, honestly, because they're two great managers. They're two great managers. Whether who's better, you're gonna dispute. I would obviously say Mourinho, but they're both great managers. They will honestly get along soon. Just give it time. Just give it time. You know, it happens in football. You know, you just get on with it. You just get on with it. Rafa Benitez and Mourinho, however, that is a relationship that is never going to be built ever again. That's personal, and that's staying personal. You can tell they despite each other. Mourinho and Wenger started in football, and it's going to finish in football. That's it. So, Vincent, it would be great if you filmed yourself during the match. That's a good point, actually. I might start doing that. You know, I actually might start doing that. You're going to get, you know, cams of me and my reactions in the stadium. That'd be good, I think. Harsh says Mo is clearly scared of doing a face-off. Mo is a really intelligent guy. I'm going to tell you now, he's a really intelligent guy, and he studies. Honestly, when I say this, I mean it. He actually studies finances. He reads up on figures and stats of different clubs, and he actually does. He has books. So he does know his stuff. I got to give it to him. He does know his stuff, but he just has an obsession with us. And he just, you know, yesterday, I have to tell you guys, if you haven't checked out Arsenal Fan TV, and there we are, I plugged Arsenal Fan TV just for a bit of hate. Mo said that university fees are thousands of pounds, and Chelsea fans should be thanking me because I educate them for free. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I laughed my face off when he said that because that was honestly hilarious. That was, Mo, great banter. You know, I found that so funny. I found so funny. Not in a sarcastic way. He's a comedian. He is a comedian. I give it to him. He has funny lines. But education, I've got one piece of education, which I'm not going to say now. I'm going to keep it strum, and I've got it sealed in my head because a lot of Arsenal fans don't know what I've got in my head. And the moment I say it, I guarantee I will raise a few eyebrows, and I'm going to keep it sealed until when the opportunity comes. Let's just say it. I'm going to tell you now. It involves Arsenal's history. Very, very early history. We're going back. That's the only hint I'm going to give to you, because if he's going to start talking about Chelsea and spending and, you know, and Mourinho and parking the bus and all that, I'll try and get Mo face to face. That's it. That's all I'm going to tell you. Vincent says, are you worried about Costa's injuries problem and we need another striker, perhaps? I agree. You know, I do agree. Falcao will show up. I promise you guys, he will show up. He needs more minutes because he's just come back for, you know, he was injured. He needs time. He needs time. He will be the finished product. Remy, however, I don't think. He's great for a sub. I'll bring Remy on as a super sub. That's it. No more starting games because, like yesterday, if you're not going to try and get around Arsenal's defense, who are you going to try and get around? You know, you're not going to get to the top level, then don't bother. You're going to come on as a sub. Falcao, on the other hand, is already a top-level player. He just needs to get back to a physical condition. So, yes, I would play Falcao. Costa will come back, but, yeah, I'm a bit worried about Costa's condition. I think that we need to honestly take it very seriously in terms of his injuries. He's getting injured too often, and I don't like it. I'm scared he's going to end up like a Michael Owen. I'm going to be honest. So, yeah, there we are. Silo says, Chelsea fans must be going mad. Yeah, here we are. Chelsea FC fan 99 says, I'd rather get educated through the North Korean education system than listen to Mo. Prism says, I'd rather eat a cat than be educated by Mo. Sebastian says, what is Mourinho doing about Loftus-Cheek? He's taking it slow with him. He's not rushing in. You know, yesterday we needed to score a goal. So you're not going to stick on Loftus-Cheek when we're chasing the game. So, yeah, give it time. Prism says, Falcao looked sharp, but out build-up was just far too slow. Service was poor. I agree. Our pace was not there. We looked slow. I said this in the first half with Robbie. I was like, look, we're slow. You guys are so much faster than us, and we're so slow. What's going on? You know? So, yeah, I agree. Andres says Falcao is supposed to start the full 90 minutes versus Fiorentina on Wednesday. He will. He will start. He'll play the whole game, I think. So, yeah. Karthik2879 says, I've got to ask, how have none of you gone over and knocked Mo out? We got class. Or some of us, anyway. I mean, again, it's football. I want it to stay football. It's banter, it's discussion, it's argument in football terms. Nothing personal. Let's not take it personally, you know? Let's keep it football. CFC fan 99 says, Eunice, could you make Daily Blues longer? I'll try to with the next few ones. But when I'm struck for time, it's got to stay within this time range. So, yeah, I will try my best. Y-Bomb says the only manager Wenger is hated by is Mourinho. Everyone else has respect for him, but Jose doesn't get well with any BPL manager. Pellegrini, Big Sam. Again, I assume he's a gooner. Again, it's not that. It's not that he doesn't get along with everyone. That's not true. He got on with Alex Ferguson. Why? Because Alex Ferguson showed him respect. Mourinho has been the one who's been achieving recently. Let's admit. He's been the one who, in the last 10 years, he's been achieving constantly. And there's some managers who start throwing spite, start throwing comments out there. You know? With Pellegrini opened his mouth. Pellegrini started talking about Chelsea's style of play and saying, "Oh, you know, Chelsea are boring and Chelsea, you know, don't like to play attacking football and you know, there's all that sort of rubbish." It gets on my nerves when I hear that as well, because we're here to win a game. We're here to win a game, and Arsenal fans will agree with me on this now, because yesterday you played defensive, and I commend you for it. I'm not criticizing that, because from day one I've said defending is part of football. Parking the bus it's just part of football. But there's a difference between defending really well and completely parking the bus. Now, when I say park the bus, I use it because it's now a common term. The media have eaten it up, so I say park the bus, because when we defend, let's just call it park the bus. But parking the bus for real is something we don't do. Parking the bus is something West Ham did. Yes, I agree. But West Ham, I don't really blame them for it, because they're a smaller club. West Ham came and they put 11 men behind the ball, and all they did all game, kick the ball away. Kick the ball away, fall down, wait for the medical department, kick the ball away, fall down, wait for the medical. That's parking the bus. You know, you're not playing football. You're just not playing any football. What we do, but I don't blame them for that, because it's West Ham. I agree. But from a managerial point of view and from a football point of view in the Premier League, of course Mourinho's going to criticise that, because you're both two Premier League teams. He's going to say, come out and play some football. But then again, that's psychological. With Arsene Wenger and with Pellegrini, all right, we don't park the bus. We play good defensive football. We get men behind the ball. We counter-attack. And that's where we catch teams out. We hit them on the counter and we catch them off guard and we score goals that way. We win leagues. We win trophies that way. Of course, it's part of the game. You're going to defend well. Mourinho gets his players to track back. Arsene Wenger was a bit critical of that, but not so much. Pellegrini was very critical, and that's why Mourinho is obviously going to have a problem with him, because Pellegrini started opening his mouth, criticising Chelsea's style, just because his style wasn't working anymore, and he wasn't top of the league anymore. So he's obviously going to get a bit annoyed. But yesterday, Arsenal, finally, and I commend Arsenal for it, because they're learning. They've learned how to defend, and that is going to make them stronger. And I've said that. I liked the way Arsenal played, because we always had the upper hand. Yesterday, they were good defensively, and now that worries me a bit. So, yeah, I don't want them to play good defensively, of course. But when they do, I commend them for it. And I say, Arsene Wenger's finally got the message. He's finally got his team to track back a bit more. He's finally got the back four organised. He's finally getting people to defend and hit on the counter and learn how to play both sides of football. There's attacking and there's defending. It's two types of football, you know, but it's both part of the game. So, yes. You know, Mourinho is going to have problems with managers who start opening their mouth. But if they don't open their mouth, someone like Alex Ferguson, he's not going to have a problem with him at all. He's going to start bringing in bottles of wine, you know? So, yeah, it's normal. Last few comments. Ramirez7 says, we should have signed Vidal. Our squad isn't good enough, sorry. There's no depth. I half and half agree there. We have the depth, but I don't think it's good enough. PK Shabba Boy says, listen, I don't give a toss. We will win the title again this year. I'm sorry for my arrogance, but I think I'm the special one. Is he a gooner or are you a Chelsea fan? Let me know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Because if you're an Arsenal fan, we'll take you all the way. And if you're a Chelsea fan, I hope we win the league, mate. So, Prism, last one, says, I think we need to adapt our game as well, though. I mean, some teams are more offensive-minded, and that can catch us out. We need to take the initiative at times. I agree. But let's wait till the league starts, and then we can get a real opinion about where we are. You know, we've got one preseason game left, and then the league starts on the weekend, Saturday. So let's wait till Saturday, and then we can start making proper judgments about our team. Because I'm sure when Jose wants them to really turn it up, the team will turn it up. So let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. Thank you guys for watching another edition of Daily Blues. I really appreciate all of you leaving your comments and all the coverage. Again, thank you for 5,000 subscribers. I really appreciate it. Both from Chelsea fans and Gooners, because we get a lot of Gooners. Yesterday, the Gooners took over the channel. And I've said, Arsenal fans are the champions of social media. Champions. They took over the channel. The constant dislikes, the amount of comments was all red. I appreciate it though. It's good to have you along. Come along. So hop on the bus, because you guys seem to have built a bus yourself. So I'm happy for you. Thank you guys for all watching. Hit our social media links in the description below. Thank you all for coming. Subscribe if you are new to 100% Chelsea, and I'll catch you all tomorrow. We'll have a few more content coming out tomorrow. Daily Blues in the evening won't happen. I won't be around. Instead, I've got a surprise in store for all of you. So while I'm filming, that surprise is the time where I'm meant to be doing Daily Blues, so I won't be able to do it. So be sure to check out the day after, where I'll be able to catch you at Stamford Bridge for more fan cams and for more interviews after the game. And let's hope we beat Fiorentina and get some good preseason in. And yeah, I'll try and do a Daily Blues sometime along the next 2 days during the day. So be sure to look out for Twitter. I will leave an announcement on there. And yeah, thank you all for watching, guys. And I'll see all of you soon. Have a good evening. Take care.